Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we have for you from Falcon Models here, we have ourselves another aircraft in 1/72nd scale diecast, and it is a Kfir or Kfir from Israeli Aircraft Industries. It is a C-7 from the Israeli Air Force, and it is a number 534 from 144 Squadron, also known as Phoenix Squadron. They would receive their Kfir in the mid-80s, I think it was, and would also be the last squadron to operate the aircraft prior to the withdrawal from Israeli active duty in the second half of the 90s after almost 20 years of service. It does look really nice. I've always sort of been a little bit of a fan. I like the canards and the camouflage scheme on these. And I reckon these always do look pretty cool, but of course it is a no good in this Falcon box. So what we'll do is we'll get this open and get our hands on this cool looking Israeli Air Force aircraft. With the aircraft out of the box, it does come with, if I can get it, the usual stand in that side there. Also does come with a little baggie of the gear bay doors, a little bit of ordnance from that, and some landing gear options, of course. We will get this lid open. Obviously, if you do like what you see today, you do have to hunt for these on the second-hand market because they are no longer in production. And that's what I did. I got this from a seller on eBay, so I do really like the look of this. It does look very, very sweet. Have a look at that. The colour, really, really nice. I always like these Israeli colour schemes. They really stand out. The Middle Eastern camos on some of these aircraft and some other nations in the Middle East, their aircraft really do look nice. But the detail on these Falcon models are pretty good. I am a little bit saddened that they are no longer making models, but they are really, really decent. I think the canopy does come off, yes. You can see a little bit of detail in there, not a huge amount. It is pretty deep in there. I can put that canopy back on with my sausage fingers, of course. Boy, that does have some nice detail. It does look to have a little bit of armament already on there, so we don't have to do too much. It's got some reasonable panel lines on there. It is a very nice build, as I've said. I reckon these come up pretty good. Well, what we'll do is we'll turn it over, have a little look underneath and check that out. Yeah, this comes up pretty good. So obviously, usual deal. All the landing gear options will go in there and the nose wheel sections in there. And very straightforward. So what we'll do is we will kit this out with some landing gear configurations and whack that ordnance on and come right back. Alrighty, we are back for you in flight, guys. Very straightforward. You just put your gear bay door in there, and your nose wheel bay door are there. They are a little bit loose, so sometimes when you did turn it over, they did sort of drop out. So if you put just a little bit of blue tack in there and just push that in, they will stay in there for a long time. They might drop out eventually, but that is the way that I've got them sitting in there at the moment. And of course you put that central ordnance on, and that is your aircraft kitted out for in-flight. Well, there was nothing else to put on in my packet or anything like that. That's all I had, but there is some little slits in the wings here for if you want to put another pylon in there, I suppose. I am not aware if this was supposed to come with more ordnance, but all my packet came with was what I've put on, and this is, well, as it would set up for you guys that like yours in flight, and I reckon it does look pretty cool. And of course you get to put your stand on. Where do you reckon your stand goes? So the only ordnance you put on, you get to take back off again, and you get to put this stand that does come with it, and you take a little, generally there's sometimes a plug there, or if it's not there, you will have a plug to put in there when you have gear down, and you just put that in your little stand hole, and that is job done for your aircraft to display in flight. And that is that. But I really do like this aircraft. I think it looks fantastic. Hopefully you guys do as well. But I reckon it is a really nice rendition by Falcon Models. But of course, this is not how I like to see mine. I like to see some landing gear. So what we'll do is we'll chuck some landing gear on this, of course, and quickly come right back and wind up this video. And here we have this awesome looking aircraft set up for gear down. So you put the nose wheel in. That is a whole complete module. You just drop straight in and that's job done. That is beautifully done on there. It does look like that paint's worn off a little bit. The wheels do not roll or anything. And then you put your little gear bay doors there and there. And of course you drop the landing gear, the main landing gear. They are just a little module with a little gear bay door. You drop straight in and they go straight in there without a drama as well. And then of course you put that little plug in there where your stand hole was. And that is a job done as well. And you also are now able to put your central ordnance back on because we are gear down. So you don't have to use that stand hole or anything like that. So you can have your aircraft kitted out properly because you're in gear down, unlike those in-flight guys where half the time they miss out on putting some of their ordnance on. But I reckon this does set up beautifully. Hopefully you guys like the look of it as well. So we'll put it on the deck and see how she sits on her landing gear. Ah, beautiful. All right, we'll wind this video up. I will take some photos of this, of course, and you can see this awesome looking Kfir without my hands all over it. So once again, this is by Falcon Models. It is a 1/72nd scale diecast, and it is a Kfir C7 from the Israeli Air Force, and I reckon this does look pretty cool. And if you agree with me that you think this aircraft looks fantastic, hey, throw us one of those, and if you can find that button down there, of course, and always feel free to subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do so. All right, everyone, thank you so much for dropping past again and checking out another one of our diecast videos. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. All right, everyone, you have an awesome rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.